Theme Park Crazy here, and we are here at the Rocky Mountain Construction booth at the IAAPA conference in Orlando. And we have Scott Voyles here from Rocky Mountain Construction. So, Mr. Voyles, next year is going to be a very big year for your company. You've got several coasters opening up around the country. And just basically give us a little taste of what you got in store for next year.
All right, so we've got 3 rebuilds that we're going to be doing for next year. Yep. We are remodeling the Main Street coaster at Cedar Point. We are remodeling the Hurler coaster at Kings Dominion. And we're also going to be remodeling the Georgia Cyclone. So we've got those 3 iBox projects, rebuilds that we're opening in the spring. We've got 2 of our new Raptor coasters opening also this spring. One at California Great America and one at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. We've built track for 2 of the S&S 40 free spin coasters this year. And we are also building track for the Skywarp done by Skyline Attractions. So we've got a lot on our plate at the moment and a lot opening this spring.
Yeah, so what would you say is your biggest project next year?
Biggest project? You know, we're definitely excited for the 2 Raptors. I think it's going to be big with anyone who rides it. I think it's going to be some buzz in the industry, so we're excited about that. I mean, all of the coasters we're opening, I think are going to be great rides. But the Raptor track is something different. It's new, it's innovative, and we think it's going to be a big hit.
Oh, awesome. So what are some of the challenges? Because you've never built a full-fledged Raptor before. So what are the challenges of working with a prototype model?
You know, it's all in the details. You discover a lot of things as you're developing a new coaster, the new trains, and just trying to figure out how to get around all those little issues of manufacturing and installation. But so far, for what we've done on construction for Six Flags Fiesta Texas, the structure is going up fast.
Awesome.
We're going to be starting to install track here shortly. We hope that goes just as smooth as the structure has gone so far. And trains are currently being fabricated. We're almost to the point where we can start assembling some trains in our facilities. So hopefully no hiccups, everything's going to go smooth, and have these things open in the spring for everybody.
Well, that sounds great. And one of the things a lot of my viewers are wondering is, because the Raptors are 1 person per row, they're wondering about like capacity, because like Six Flags parks, they're pretty big parks to receive Raptors. So is it up to you, or is it up to the park of how to handle capacity, and how do you plan on working around that?
Sure, those conversations have definitely taken place with the parks. And for the 2 rides that we are opening, we've got 2 different ways that we're approaching this. We've got your typical park in the station, load, unload, and we've also got one that's going to be a moving station. So the train's going to come in, and it's going to be slowed down, but it's still going to be moving the whole time. We're going to try to create that sense of urgency to get people on and off this ride. And since we've got both of them opening in the spring, we're going to be able to find out which one's really working better for throughput and getting people through this ride.
Yeah, awesome. So you have 2 of the Raptors being installed next year, obviously. And what makes the Raptor different? Like, what kind of elements could you introduce that, say, an iBox you couldn't have on an iBox?
So the Raptor track is going to be able to do a lot of the same elements. We can have the overbanks, we can have the inversions, the barrel rolls, all of that type of stuff. What is nice is your center of gravity is so low to the track. We're able to have very lightweight trains. And I think just that straddling the track, having that rail kind of flying by you so close, and then being really exposed. Our trains are set up so, I mean, you're open on all sides. I think just that being open, watching the rail fly by, I think it's going to be unique in terms of the experience of this ride.
Yeah, and so over here I see you have both your topper track and your iBox track. So you've done a lot of iBox conversions and ground up topper track coasters. So a lot of my viewers are wondering, would it be possible to do a ground up iBox or a topper track conversion?
That is definitely possible. Generally that decision is made by the park. If they want a wood coaster look, we're obviously going to be doing the topper track. If if that's not necessarily a concern for them, it's probably going to be the iBox. It is pretty much coincidence that a lot of these new coasters have been the topper track, and the rebuilds or the remodels have been with our iBox.
Oh, wow. So, like, I know that Great America installed a topper track coaster, and they touted it as, like, the tallest, steepest wooden coaster in the world. So, do you think marketing has a role in that? Like, so that a park could say that their wooden coaster is tallest, fastest, something like that?
Definitely. Because if you use the topper track, it gets considered to be a wood coaster. There are, different world firsts or different categories that you can be the tallest, the fastest, the steepest. Once you go to a hybrid, it's sort of a whole new set of those same categories or records that you can break. So we've got a couple different ways that we can accomplish that, and it is very much a marketing thing. You want to be the tallest or the fastest or the steepest, or you need a first, an element that's the first time this has been done. We can do that with either of these tracks.
Ah, okay, cool. So, for what you have coming out next year, like, you've introduced so many concepts. I see the Raptor track over there, and at IAAPA's past, we've seen the T-Rex track. So, you have made quite a few innovations in, the roller coaster industry. So, do you plan on, do you have any more concepts that are in the pipe, without giving anything away, obviously?
Sure. I mean, we did get a chance to finally go through all the R&D on the Raptors. So we're excited about that, and obviously the new trains. We've got the steering axle that we're going to be doing. They will be on the Mean Streak and the Hurler rebuilds this spring, so you're going to see a new train from us.
Wow.
That's kind of where our focus has been. T-Rex, I say, would be next to go into R&D and really start to develop and detail out all the parts and pieces, all the components for the trains, and really how the structure is going to work for that ride. And then there's always talk about, what hasn't the industry done? What can we do with our iBox or our Raptor track? Is there a different configuration, a different way, a different experience that we can create? Those conversations are always taking place. I think after the T-Rex is developed, we're going to be moving to something else. You got to stay innovative. You got to have something new to offer people, and you've got different sizes of parks that you're trying to accommodate. So there's definitely talk of new things that will be coming out.
Well, that sounds very exciting. And you mentioned Mean Streak, so that is probably one of the most hyped up roller coasters of all time, the RMC iBox conversion of Mean Streak. So tell us a little bit of what it was like, developing the project, and you managed to keep it a secret for quite some time.
Yeah. So I think Mean Streak is unique in the sense that it is going to be so tall, it's going to be fast, but it's also long. If you've got a shorter length coaster that isn't moving as fast, you get really tight elements, you're moving slower, you can be a lot more aggressive with it. If you're moving faster, you got to have longer sweeping elements. And because Mean Streak is not only fast to start, you're going to have the fast, long sweeping elements, but as the ride goes through and develops, you're going to be slowing down, things are going to get tighter, it's going to get more aggressive. You're going to get that whole spectrum of ride experience on Mean Streak.
Well, that sounds amazing. And for Hurler, you're reintroducing the barrel roll drop.
Yes.
So you've introduced that in Storm Chaser, Kentucky Kingdom. And so how did the barrel roll drop, how did that come to be? Like, was that an idea that was kind of being bounced around?
I don't know exactly where it came from. I believe the first one we did was with Medusa down in Mexico City. It was very popular. We've done it on, you said Storm Chaser. We're going to be doing it again. People seem to like it. It is a different element than just that, gut-wrenching, dropping feeling. You'll probably see us some more in the future as well.
Yeah, very exciting. Do you think we could see them on the topper track coasters too?
It's always a possibility, yeah. We're not limited to what we can do with one track versus the other. They're both capable of handling those types of elements, so it's certainly a possibility.
Yeah, so what would you say is in store for the next, say, 5 years in general, without giving anything away again?
5 years, huh? I think you're going to see more rebuilds of the wood coasters. We've started with a lot of Six Flags parks. We've moved into some different ownership, parks of different ownership. We've gone international a couple times. I think we're going to continue to expand that way. Hopefully the Raptor takes off. You'll see a bunch of those going in at parks, and then I think you're going to see us pairing with other companies, just like we do with the SNS 40 free spins, with the Skywarp, with Skyline Attractions. I think a lot of that sort of pairing up, working with other companies, going international, we're going to see a lot of that stuff happening from RMC.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on social media on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or you can check out my website at themeparkcrazy.com. This is Theme Park Crazy, and I'll see you all next time.